And inshallah, we could do it again because I feel like we're just
Inshallah.
starting to scratch the
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah.
I know that I have moments where I always think to myself, wrestling with like this idea of success and all of this stuff. But I have
Hmm.
certain moments that I remember and I'm like, I think about people more successful than me outwardly, like somebody,
Hmm.
maybe got a Grammy doing something similar to what I do that I know I
Hmm.
inspired them and they never get around to mentioning, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
But it's like, man, there are certain moments that I have that will be, memories for as long as I have the ability to remember
Hmm.
that I wouldn't trade for anything. And maybe they're
Hmm.
private moments, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That are just like, like the lighting guy, like you finished your set the other day and this like 50-year-old white man that did the lights and something about his affect seemed like there may have been a mental health thing happening there. Like you were picking up on
Hmm.
that too, right? Where he was just kind of
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
he had this kind
Hmm.
of affect where he was just like, he had a difficult time interacting with people, but he had to come and
Hmm.
tell you like, thank you for that song. Cause he was like, that happened to me. And I'm like, man,
He came
I
up to
wonder if this
me.
guy had,
He came up to me again as I was about to drive off in the car too. Again.
I'm, I mean, you know, so I just wonder like, what are, one or some of those moments for you that's like on a heart level, you know, would I trade this for a Grammy or for a platinum record or for a Billboard hit or like
Yeah.
probably not. Like that's one of the things that I feel like we share is like I would love to get those things and I'm gonna keep at it. Like I'm gonna keep bumping my head until we figure something out. Till maybe we have that like Black Thought
Mm.
on Funk Flex moment. But even if
Hmm.
that never comes, like these are the things that Allah tailor made for me to
Mm.
touch me and like these things are enough.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've had I can remember one moment in particular. An individual came up to me, and I think they had been like messaging me like through like Facebook or something. But you get messages you're not really thinking. So came up to me and was like, "Yo," and this was before the show. This was like at loading, and she was there like waiting, for the doors to open. And she was just like, "Yo, that song." I guess she was at the time I was there before. I was like, "That song, hardest song ever. It just means so much to me, and I've just been dealing with a lot." And she was transgender. I mean, she was just like, I've been struggling with this, but your song has helped me because I've been through something very similar. But hearing that, and I'm coming here to see that song. And I think she had her brother or somebody else there to like kind of comfort her. So I just sat there and talked to her, for a few minutes, and then after the show, talked to her and I believe whoever her friend was that was with her. And I was just like, "Yo, man, like you can't pay for that. You can't buy that type of effect." That I don't know, that just stood out to me. And it was cold too. It was cold.
And they're thanking you and they're like, thank you so
Yeah,
much, you don't know what you've done for me. And you're like, yo, you just validated all of this sacrifice and hard work that I've put in.
everything.
You
Yeah, and
just
this
made it
and
all
this
worth it.
wasn't
You have no idea.
this wasn't a big show. I think the first time I went there, I think I came there with like somebody else, and it was like a packed show. So then I came back just as my own like headlining tour, and it was small. It wasn't a lot of people there, but it was a good crowd, and I was just like, damn, man, it wasn't. But then for that person to come up there and be like, yo, this means so much. Like, you know what? It was worth coming here just for that. Just to see that it meant that much to somebody. Sorry to cut you off.
Nah, man. Nah, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Well, man, I feel like we really should do this again. It would be dope to do it
Yeah,
in person too. Maybe we do it
absolutely. Yeah.
when we're
Do it in person.
when we're in the studio together or on tour
Yeah.
together or something like that, inshallah. But
Inshallah.
man, I have so much incredible respect for you. It's so weird that I'm just now getting to know you. Like I said, I just feel like we're already
Likewise.
so connected. But man,
Likewise, man.
I'm very grateful, man. And watching you, a lot of the questions that I had are for myself because of the fact that like I see how diligent you are and how
Yeah.
giving you are and how you seem to be completely not phased or
No,
deterred
I'm phased,
or
man.
like
I'm determined, bro. I struggle just like you, just like everybody else, man. Like you know, I quit every day. I'm like, I quit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm
yeah,
just like, and then like literally like before the show, I was just like, man, I can't do nothing, man. I'm done. I can't do this. And then, you know, I was like, I'm taking a break. I've been doing this too long. I got to stop. And then I'll come home and then I'll just be like, let me go listen to some beats. You know what I mean? Then I'll just start rapping and something will come up. You know, you get inspired. So, but it's just super dope. So I just got to thank you for who you are and what you do as an MC and as an artist and as a Muslim and as just a human being doing what you do. It means a lot.
yeah. We need each other, man, because it's like doing what we do is hella lonely. Even the people that support us, it's like, and the people that are with us and the people that roll with us, and like, it's a very lonely
Yeah,
thing. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? So yeah, it's like, man, we need each other. There's certain things that only that there's certain things that only we're going to be able to get. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?